well-rounded seasons in the British Porsche One-Make Championship. He is a proper little star. Away he blasts in this 485 brake horsepower, 3.8 litre Porsche 911 GT3 Cup, and he's quicker than anybody away from the line, and he has been throwing total commitment at his time at Goodwood this weekend.
Yeah, he really has. He's, for me, one of the stars of the weekend, and actually I sat down for a moment before this run, and as soon as I saw Harry King pull up to the start line, I'm right back up on my feet because he has been spectacular, and you can see why. Look, he's just kicking up the grass on the exit of Fordwater. This guy has not got very much experience here at all. I had a chat with him yesterday. He said, yeah, I think I've done maybe 8 laps of Goodwood. Meanwhile, lighting up the sector times because of his commitment in this fabulous Cup car.
So where is this going to put him? Can we realistically expect this car to beat the Dallara? It's going to be a big ask, but Harry King, championship leader of Carrera Cup GB, very modest young guy, very, very good race driver, came out of the Ginetta Junior Championship into the Ginetta Senior Championship. His career masterminded by Chris Hodgetts, himself a double British Touring Car champion. Harry King, absolute standout in Carrera Cup GB, driving for Stuart Parker's Team Parker Racing Squad. So here he comes with the back over the curve and the dirt being kicked into the air. He fights the car into the chicane. He's not going to be the fastest. Where will Harry King slot in as he takes the checkered flag? He goes 4th fastest on a 1:17.443.
Yeah, again, not so quick off the line. The revs dropping just a little bit. Gordon maybe having to dip the clutch again, but this is going to be a highly capable car, not as powerful as some of the others we're going to be seeing, but huge aerodynamic and mechanical grip, and of course it's blessed with gizmos like ABS, which will really help him into the heavy braking zone at Lavant, into the heavy braking zone at Woodcote. For now, though, it's going to be absolutely flat out. No lift at all, I don't think, through Fordwater for Flash. How's he looking on the run into St Mary's?
Well, he's done an absolute best in the first sector, so quicker than Tom Christensen off the line through the initial burst. Not quite so quick as Tom Christensen in Sector 2. So where is this going to put him relative to the R8 GT2 Audi, the sort of inter-Nissan Audi contest building up here? Gordon Sheahan pressing on, isn't he? Of course, he drove for Audi on the World Touring Car stage, having left the BTCC. Accelerates now down towards Woodcote. It's looking good.
Really is. You just heard that little cackle of traction control as he fed in the throttle out of Lavant. This is where this car will excel under heavy braking into Woodcote. Takes a slightly tighter line, which you can do with cars graced with so much downforce. All over the curve, though, that tighter line paying dividends a little bit through the entry, but not so much through the exit. Neat and tidy out of the chicane. Sheahan goes 2nd overall on a 1:17.3. In the dry, they're just going to overheat. The tread block will start moving, then it'll just peel away, and the grip will fall away with it. You've only got 1 lap, though, so this works. This is a good strategy. It does make sense. And Lucas Halusa has been looking very racy indeed at the wheel of the McLaren in the sessions we've seen thus far.
Now, don't forget, the fastest race lap is a 1:18.217. The fastest recorded lap this weekend, 1:09.914. That's what they're all aiming to try to beat. Maybe it's asking a bit too much of a car from 1976, but look at that, looking across the Goodwood Motor Circuit. Lucas Halusa is really charging.
I just love this long shot. How evocative is that? Wow, it reminds me of those long camera shots that used to pan the cars at Silverstone down the Hanger Straight and in through Stowe Corner. Wonderful. Lucas really working the steering wheel there, trying to get some front grip through Lavant. The rear will be up to speed. No problem at all, under all that horsepower.
So he's aiming for a 1:11 or better. Can he do it? The clock ticks on down. I don't think he can, looking at this, but let's see where it's going to put Lucas Halusa then in this very historic McLaren. Look at the effort being put in there. The front wheels fighting for grip. Stabs the throttle into the chicane, sets it up, brakes, flick right, flick left, hustle it out of the corner, correction applied. Where's the time going to put him? It will put him 2nd fastest, 1:15.890.
Seriously, than he expected as he tried to warm the rear tyres. Off he goes, slip of the clutch, looking for maximum traction, gets the power down cleanly. It's not a bad getaway for Vernon. Now, a run up to Madgwick.
Purple sector, quicker than anybody to that point. Remember, you're aiming really around here now for a 1:09.8 to be better than what Nick Padmore did yesterday.
The car getting really loose as it goes light over the little rise in the middle of Madgwick. Corrected it quickly, recomposed, now flat out through Fordwater, flat out up toward the right-hander sector at St Mary's.
You're looking for purples, not greens. Marco Vernon drops a little bit of time in the second sector, so there's going to have to be a huge amount of bravery in sectors 3 and 4 to claw back that ground. This is Lavin corner.
Yeah, and he's really hustling the car. Look at the work rate at the steering wheel, bullying the front end, catching the rear end, which in turn is bullying him. Fantastic job, Marco Vernon, not leaving anything on the table, is he?
Indeed not. 1:11.5 to beat. How will he do? Drops a little bit of time in sector 3, so the clock ticks down. A 1:11.5 for James Cottingham. 6, 7 into the chicane. I don't think Marco Vernon will go quicker. He will not, because as he comes up to the line, it's a 14, is it? Yes, 14.324. Marco Vernon just makes the best noise.
Slow, slipping the clutch. I wonder if he had actually found first gear there. James Cottingham slightly slow off the line.
But it screams down to magic, doesn't it? Brilliant noise.
Just spectacular. This is one of the few cars that not only sounds great through our headphones, but will shortly rattle the windows on our commentary booth. James Cottingham.
You're in heaven, aren't you? It's really brilliant. The headlights are on, the noise is there, and it's an absolute full chat. James Cottingham up to the end of the second sector. So, of course, it will be green because it's his run, but a purple is what counts, and he gets a purple sector in sector 2.
Oh, yeah, he carried huge speed through the right-hander of St Mary's there, not leaving anything on the table. He can keep it neat and tidy on the brakes, down into Lavin, down 2 gears. Make sure you connect with the apex, otherwise it's going to impede your exit. He nails it, just a little flick of opposite lock on throttle out of Lavin. He's at the end of the straight already.
It's a very short lap at this speed, isn't it now? In fairness, it's a little unfair to really expect Jake Hill to stay top after this, because here's a car that's much, much newer, different type of car, much more aero, more downforce, more speed. And James Cottingham is absolutely flying as he comes into the chicane, skims the wall up to the line. He's going to go quick as he does, a 1:11.573. Wow, that was travelling. To be the man with the fastest ever recorded lap to his name. We're about to find out. The last car in the shootout, the Arrows A11 of Nick Padmore, blast off the line. Remember, we're looking for purple sectors with a 69.9 second lap to beat.
Doesn't get purple sector 1, but he is mighty quick into Manchwing. The car just skipping over the bumps in the braking zone. Nice tight line, that's the aerodynamics, and those enormous tyres with their huge mechanical grip advantage. Listen to that, not a hint of a lift through Ford water. Sparks flying from the under tray, heading up toward the right hand of St Mary's, just a breath into the brake now, braking hard, downshift. 2 purple sectors, this is good. Remember, we're looking to try to beat a 69.914 second lap. Everybody that has been out in the shootout is glued to the timing screen and to the pictures. Everybody from the other races now drawn to the pit wall to see whether this is going to be the ultimate Goodwood lap. It's fast, it's tidy, it's neat, it is absolutely full of commitment. Nick Padmore, down he comes into Woodcote Corner. It's looking very strong indeed. He's going to be the fastest, but is it going to be quicker than 69.9 seconds? That's the big question. Is it going to be the quickest ever lap? 68, 69.973. Not quite as quick as he went yesterday, but it's the fastest lap of the shootout, and Nick Padmore has risen to the occasion. Applause.